I'm going to talk about your Dahlia tubers and what stage of development they should be at this stage. I planted these, I started planting my dahlias up on the 1st of April, the traditional date, and these here were planted around about the 1st of April or slightly afterwards. Have been just left to get on with it in ambient temperatures and without disturbing them in any other way. But there are things you can do to speed things up, and I've done two things in particular to speed up some of my dahlias. So these are three dahlia tubers at different stages of development, and I can tell you the difference between them. These on the left, which you can see are the most well developed, are cafe au lait dahlias, and they were started a month earlier than the usual time, so on the 11th of March rather than April, which would be normal for the UK. So they have developed obviously much more than the later starting tubers here. And the downside of this is that you need to keep the tubers warm, or at least protected from first of all from frost, but also over about 15 degrees C to get them to start putting shoots out. So in most cases that means having access to external heat, and these have been kept on heat mats to get the metabolism started, and as you can see it's pretty well developed, although it was put in into soil about a month before these. The second one here, which is a preference variety, well, the second and third, these are both preference, and they're both planted at around about the same time, this on the 7th of April and this on the 1st of April. As you can see, they're at different stages of development despite being the same variety, and the difference is that this one was placed on a heat mat after placing it in the medium, and we did that to get a march of about 2 weeks on development so that we can get flowers 2 weeks earlier. This was started on the traditional way on the 1st of April, and no external heat was applied, although it has been quite warm, which is why they've got started fairly nicely. So if you do want to manipulate the stage of development in order to get blooms that little bit sooner, the options are to plant the tuber sooner and to keep it warm so that it can get started. If you plant it in wet compost and there's no heat, then there's a chance that the tuber will rot. So you really, if you're planting early, you really have to apply heat of some sort. And the second option is to plant at the normal time, but to apply external heat so that the metabolism can get started quickly. And here are the others that were all planted around about 3 weeks ago. Many of them are just beginning to put shoots out. Each variety will develop at their own pace. Not much going on in these. This is Nuidet, lots of shoots there. Lots of shoots there. Same variety. And this is Arabian Night, and every one of them has reached a pretty good stage of development. After only 3 weeks they're putting shoots out, which are almost at the leaf stage. And then snowflake. This is Nessio, and none of these have put shoots out yet. Yellow Jill, just beginning there. More yellow Jill. So each of those yellow Jills are at the same stage, just shoots just beginning to turn into leaves. This is Cabana Banana, which are just beginning to put shoots out there. That one's a bit more developed. And Downham Royal are still sleeping. They're all Downham Royal, which are, that one's just beginning to show. You see the red shoots there. And this is Wine-Eyed Jill, which is doing the same thing, just beginning to put shoots out on some of them. There's some more hiding in there. And that's it for those normal developing Dahlia tubers in a polytunnel, so a bit warmer than outside during the day and a bit cooler during the night. So there are ways you can manipulate the development of your Dahlia tubers. Predominantly that's by applying heat or adjusting the time when you start your Dahlias off. So I hope you found that video useful, and I look forward to seeing you for the next one. Take care now.